So here at our campsite, that's my tent that you see there, and you can't see Jess's in this picture at all. So we're gonna walk this way.
It's secret.
It's secret.
There's the manor. Show the manor.
That's the manor.
And the hammock.
And oh
the
shoot,
tree.
hang on.
There's
Yeah,
the
manor.
Hammock.
We're only
Trees.
sleeping. Trees. Dirt.
Grass.
Nobody.
And
What is it, Jess?
it's the mystery machine. Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? I don't remember the rest of the word. Da, 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 da.
That's great. And
Jinkies!
There's our caves coming up. Right in there. There's our cave.
Now, when we start to go down into the cave, you'll notice formations right at the very start. Now, the reason for that is this cave, it used to be a lot bigger somewhere in the past. It used to stretch all the way through this area for another 100 or so meters. And what's happened is this section's collapsed, creating another entrance. So what we're doing is we're walking from the roof down into the bottom of the cave. We've got 8 species of bat down there. The biggest would be the ghost bat. He's quite rare. He became extinct in Central Australia in a few cave systems that they studied them down there. They're in this cave. Our first trip we actually did spot a few of them flying around, so hopefully we'll get to see some more as well. If you don't get to see them, Territory Wildlife Park up in Darwin, you can find them in there. They've got them in an enclosure. They're the largest out of your nocturnal bats. Also got lots of little horseshoe bats and stuff flying around. Unfortunately, because we've got so many bats, we've got snakes in there. Like my first group, we ran into snakes just right here at the stairs. But most of the time they're just banded tree snakes, golden tree snakes, and they're quite happy. They're just having a snooze on ledges and stuff like that. Nothing's going to jump out and latch onto your throat or anything like that. We will have to go very slowly, just going down the stairs, because we've got a lot of rocket frogs and stuff, lizards and things around the front here. That attracts the poisonous ones. But once we start getting into the part of the cave where it's completely dark, we won't have to worry about poisonous snakes anymore, just the pythons. But as I was saying, they won't hurt you. With photos, you're welcome to take photos, obviously. You can use flashes and stuff like that down there. The only thing we can't do is obviously touch the formations. We do have lighting down there. If you need to use light on your phones or something like that, feel free to do that. Just one thing, if we run out of power for some reason down there and the lights go out, don't freak out and start running off into random spots, because the walkway lights are actually on a whole separate power system, so there'll be light down there the whole time. Sometimes we get people go down there and don't realise they're claustrophobic until they're actually down there. If you do tend to trip out a bit for some reason, just let me know. And as I was saying, the walkway lights, you'll be able to find your way back quite easily. I'll just wait for these last couple of people and we'll head down.
There we go.
Oh God, look at this fire.
Oh no.
You know, we're going Journey to the Center of the Earth right here.
Oh yeah.
You ever see the movie Journey to the Center of the Earth?
That's what we just
This
said.
is the beginning.
And I'm also thinking about like Indiana Jones going down.
Oh
here.
yeah. Well, we've got Indiana Jones in front of us.
Indiana
Two
Jones.
different nationalities.
Just what are you
I'm
doing?
scared of spiders, okay?
Have you got a hat?
No.
Oh. Because if you put a hat on, then you don't have to worry about. You want a hat?
Just shine a light on that for me real quick.
I'm good.
You're done already? Can you shine a light on this one?
What?
That.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just going to wait for everyone to get down here, guys. I'll tell you a couple of things before we head in.
So I did a lot of videotaping of the cave, but since it's so dark in there, you actually can't see a lot of the things that we got to see. The cave was absolutely gorgeous. It's called the Kutta Kutta Caves because of what the meaning of that is the cave of many stars. And as you can see in some of the rocks and in some of the videos that I have, you can see the sparkling of the rocks that give off, and that's where the name really came from. I did my best to get some of the cool stuff in this video, but most of it you couldn't really see very well. What you just saw with Jess and I walking through, we had to squeeze through a little tiny area. And then also what you're about to see is some of that rock sparkling that I was able to get on the right-hand side of the screen. But yeah, this is what we got to see with the cave. No, I was trying to, oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is.
There's a bat.
Oh, we get the Ghostbusters.
How are we going? Will you all make it?
Oh, look at the brow. Why is brow?
Did
Now,
you see that? Did you see that when you come in?
So as I was saying, Joe and people, you can move up a little bit. Don't be shy. I'm not going to bite you. What's that?
I saw the back.
You did. They're pretty cool, hey? So as I was saying, Joe and people, so they did live around the very start of the cave because the first bits were, you know, nice and shady and cool. They didn't come down into the cave though, and a lot of people asked me why. So I ended up asking a few of the older people, you know, why didn't you just go down into the cave back in the day? And well, one old fella said to me, well, next time you're down there, turn the lights off, and you'll work it out why pretty quickly. Alright, so we're not going to do that, but
Oh, dang.
most cultures around the world have a story of some sort of weird critter that lives in a cave. I think a few of you have probably seen Harry Potter, you know what lives in a cave. Spiders, dragons, all that sort of stuff. Some countries used to sacrifice their dead in caves and things like that. Not only that, even if they could come down here, the only way they could light the place is to use fire, and obviously it's going to get quite smoky quite quickly down here.
The oxygen.
So not only that, well, when it gets really, really hot further in, the humidity can get up to 90%. It looks like smoke in the air, it's that thick with humidity.
Wow.
Not only that, we've got 8 species of bat down here. That real noisy one that you can hear, which actually I can see it. He's right there. That's your ghost bat. If you get on your tippy toes over to her eye, you can actually see 2 of them there. So he's quite rare, as I was saying. He's become extinct in Central Australia. And actually there he goes.
He just got off.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, he's annoying.
As I was saying, territory wildlife park, you can see him in enclosure there. So the 8 species of bat, that was the ghost bat, which is the largest. It's got a slightly transparent wing, that's why they call it ghost bat. He goes out, eats anything from up to birds. Sometimes.
Oh, shoot, and I'm not scared, okay?
Look at that spider. Well, I gotta show people at home. They're not gonna be happy. Oh, Jess, you're okay. Keep going. You're all right. Just watch your head when you come up here.
I videoed that. That was great.
Look at that spider.
Oh, can you see it? Oh. Yeah, whatever.
What I was not able to get on video is how many spider webs were in the entrance of that cave. That's why you got to see Jess have a little bit of a freak out walking through that area. She's not a big fan of spiders. It was great for me to laugh at her, but not really great for her to walk through it. But we enjoyed our time in the Kutta Kutta Caves. A few other things that Jess and I got to do, we got to swim in natural hot springs. So in the picture behind us, you can see where we really got to swim. It really looks like a swamp. So here's a few pictures of that.